Hey guys, it's Bailey from Making of Midwest, and this is going to be a quick review and a little bit of a demo of Carmindy & Company's 5-minute face set. This retails exclusively at hsn.com for $59, and it is a 5-piece set. It includes a Carmindizing ethereal highlight, an Elevate mascara, a Love Struck blush in universal pink, a lip butter, and an Ever After eyeliner in espresso. Now this is a brand new line. I had no expectations for the quality of any of these products, but for the fact that Carmindy from What Not to Wear's name is on it, so I assumed there was going to be a good amount of quality here. So I'm just going to take you through each of the products, show you how I use them, and show you the 5-minute face that it created, and then give you my thoughts from there. So first I want to start with the ethereal highlighter. On one side there is a cream highlight, and on the other there is a powder. Cream highlight is a little more firm than I typically like my creams. I wouldn't recommend applying it with a brush because not a lot gets picked up on the brush. It is barely visible when you try and apply it. I recommend using your finger with that. The powder, however, does work with a brush. It's very finely milled, but it's not super soft, so a lot of it doesn't get picked up by the brush. You do have to work, if you like a pretty pronounced highlight, you have to work with both of these to get decent payoff. In terms of packaging, you get a nice big compact with a nicely sized mirror, and it feels very sturdy, but I'm just not sure that having two highlighters, one cream and one powder, aren't redundant within this whole set, and you'll see what I mean more so throughout. Moving on to the Elevate mascara, this wand is very thick, has a slight curve to it, so it's great for curling the lashes. I noticed it personally being great at separating my lashes, and doesn't budge throughout the day. It also helps lashes hold the shape throughout the day, and it doesn't flake or smudge, anything like that. Overall, the formula is really great, and I really like what it does to my lashes. The blush included in this set is the shade Universal Pink. It reminds me a lot of the new Clinique blushes. I haven't tried those, but just in the design and the little pattern inside reminds me a lot of those. There isn't a lot of color payoff with this. It comes off very naturally, but you can see I'm wearing it today. It's not very pronounced, and so it worries me a little bit that it's not going to show up on medium to deep skin tones because I have a fairly light to fair skin tone, and it takes quite a bit of building up to get it to show up on me. So that's something that you might need to be wary of. Otherwise, in terms of texture and lasting power, it does last, has a great finely milled texture. It looks very natural on the cheeks. It's just that color payoff that you have to worry about. The Ever After eyeliner in espresso is an automatic eyeliner in a deep metallic brown or chocolate shade. It's not as soft as I typically like my eyeliners. I did notice having to go over my upper lash line quite a bit to get some nice color payoff. And what's more is on the waterline, if you have issues with things sticking, this really isn't soft enough to fully transfer really well on mine, so that was one issue I had. Other people might not have that. While you definitely need an eyeliner to go in a 5-minute look, I think, this is probably my least favorite product from the set, just in the way it performed. And last is a Kiss Me Lip Butter in the shade Rose Passion. The packaging here, you can see, looks very sleek, has some weight to it, so it feels very nice and luxurious, and it functions nearly identically to a Revlon lip butter. It has a very smooth texture, glides on, doesn't have a ton of pigmentation. You can see I'm wearing it right now, and even though it looks relatively bright in the tube, not so much on my lips, and it doesn't have great lasting power because really at its core it is a tinted lip balm. Still, it's super moisturizing and definitely what I think I would put into a 5-minute face when you just want something you can throw on and go. Now let's talk about the look this kit creates. I think it's beautiful, but I do think it's missing one thing. When I think of a kit, a 5-minute face kit, it needs to have a concealer. So I have a before and after. The before is the face that only this kit creates, and then the after is just with a little added concealer, mostly in my under eye area because that is what shows fatigue the most. So if you ask me, going back to what I mentioned before earlier in the video when I was talking about this highlighter, I would have done maybe a cream highlighter and a cream concealer on the other side. I would have managed to get a concealer in this kit though, because I definitely think it is absolutely necessary to a 5-minute face, and you don't necessarily need two highlighters despite the fact that they are beautiful. Missing concealer aside, I think this is a great little set from Carmindy & Company. The one thing you'll have to be a little careful with, I think, is the contrast and how some of these shades will show up on your skin tone. So final thoughts, I like this kit, but $60 is a lot to spend for 5 products, and if you don't love all of them, it's probably not worth it to you. So if you were happy with the review and demo of all these products together, this is probably a kit for you. If, however, you're thinking, I like my eyeliner a little creamier, I don't think that blush is going to show up on me, this kit is probably not worth it. If you really just wanted the mascara, they sell this individually. I think it's $20. You might just want to try that. It's a great way to sample a few products from the line, but if you don't think you're going to be happy with all of them, the $60 might not be worth it. So thank you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed this review. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!